Great to be chatting to Dean Smith ahead of racing on Friday, where we will be looking forward to 8 races on the poly. The feature being the Fairview 1900, a non-black type event in race 7, but we'll get there shortly. Let's start in race 1. And here the yard will be looking forward to Timon Paris stepping out to make her local and poly debut. Now, a run that really catches the eye was her 4th behind Mon Petit Chéri. And Dean, that came out to win a grade 2 2 runs later.
Yeah, Nate, that was why we bought her off for that maiden form. And we've shown her the poly. She's a very neat filly and we're expecting a good effort from her.
Angel of My Heart runs in race 2. Now she's never far back, and on Friday she'll cut back in trip.
Yeah, Nate, she's probably best suited to the 19 poly. She does take some time to get going, but she's got a half decent draw so she can be placed. Last time she was just too far off and she ran on quite nicely. And yeah, we're expecting a top 3 effort from her.
2 runners in race 3. Isn't She Bonnie races freshened up. Her merit rating is trickling down. She'll be joined by Miss Shivey. Now Miss Shivey, really steady and consistent form, and on her run behind Carbon Capi, definitely not without chance here.
I agree, Nate. She has been a bit better suited to the 1000 though, and she does have a lightweight, I think 55 to her advantage, so she should be placed and run a very good race for us. She's fit and well, expecting a top 3 effort from her. Isn't She Bonnie? Her rating has come down, thankfully, and I think that's what she needed. She should enjoy the 12 poly.
We'll see Charlie Malone in race 4. Now his form is there for all to see. He's a horse that always has to be included.
Yeah, Nate, he's extremely well. At track he's squealing and freshing all the time, so expecting a good run from him.
And following him in race 5 will be Tusk In Gold. Now he could prefer 200 metres further, but he's certainly not without chance at a check.
Yeah, Nate, he's pretty versatile. The 1000 or the 12 poly does suit him, and it's a small field, so he's well back at home. His last run he went to the front, he went maybe a little bit too hard, but back to the 1000 and expecting a good effort from him.
We'll see Cheeky Laddie and Global State in race 6. Now Cheeky Laddie, he'll be making his local and poly debut. He relocates from the Western Cape, where all his recent form has been against stronger. Joining him, stable companion Global State does get the 5 kilo weight allowance, but 84 is still quite a high rating for a one-time winner.
Yes, Nate, I agree. It did hit him hard after his win, his maiden win. He's been running a little bit inconsistent since then, but his rating has come down a touch and we freshened him up. He's looking really good again and he's showing some good work, so expecting a quartet effort from him, a much better effort. And Cheeky Laddie now also, he's seen the poly. He's had a gallop or 2 as well, so he shouldn't need the run, and yeah, we're expecting a good effort.
Moving to race 7, as mentioned a little bit earlier, this will be our feature of the day, the Fairview non-black type 1900. Here the yard is well represented by the 4 runners. We're going to start with Binga and Cherry Anu. Now Binga, super local and poly debut for the yard last time out when finishing in 2nd. And Cherry also 2nd in his last start behind King Regent, the East Cape Poly Challenge winner in the final leg over the mile.
Yeah, Nate, Cherry, he's a mile specialist. He does find the 19 a touch too far for him. So hopefully Calvin can have him switched off and he can finish his race off. But yeah, saying that there's no miles that are coming up for him, so we had to run him here. But we've put some stamina work into him and we're expecting a good effort. He's always an honest horse. And Binga, great run last time out. He is the best rate in the race and he does have the wide draw to overcome, but we're expecting a big effort from him.
They'll be joined by Fateful Day, who's up in class again, but he's holding form, as well as 6 Hot Fix, who showed vast improvement against similar last time out.
No, no, 6, he's a very nice horse. We were super disappointed with his penultimate before this last run, and his last run was a good effort from him. He'll enjoy the 19 and we're expecting another good effort from him. And Fateful Day, the 1900 is a question mark. He's only run 1600s here. But hopefully they can get him switched off, he can run a nice race for us.
And finally, the yard will close with the 2 runners, Madira Cliffs, who showed huge improvement on local and poly debut last time out, and he'll be joined by the strapping son of Rafif, Fearless Badger.
Yeah, Nate, Madira last time I think he had 52 or 53. That worked to his advantage. He ran on quite nicely, and yeah, he's improved back at home. He's moving good, and we're expecting a top 5 effort from him in this maiden field. And Fearless Badger, he works up a storm back at home, but he just doesn't bring it to the race course. So maybe we'll be trying something different Friday, but hopefully he can give us a good effort.
Well, let's hope it all comes together for both of them, and we'll see them in action as mentioned on Friday.